A heartily good evening, everyone present here, all the Bhopal Management Association office bearers, the participants, and the keynote speaker, Mr. Kunal Gyani. Bhopal Management Association is having a leadership series, and under this series today we are having the topic as opportunities in adversity, how to turn around your business in COVID times. And we are very fortunate to have with us today a person who is very apt for this topic, Mr. Kunal Gyani. He is founder and managing director, Servaform Industries Private Limited. Kunal Gyani is a first generation entrepreneur and founder of Servaform, founded in the year 2010. At only 34 years of age, Kunal had built Servaform, a polyethylene foam manufacturing company having manufacturing facilities in Colombo, Bhopal, Secunderabad, and in Gujarat, into one of the largest manufacturing of rebounded foams in India, having turnover in excess to 100 crores. Rebounded foam is the primary raw material for mattresses manufactured in the and the clients of Servaform includes companies like Sleepwell, Godrej, Endure Limited, etc. The company imports all its raw material from Europe, China, and Southeast Asia and export to Europe, Latin America, and Australia. We welcome you, sir, and for the official inauguration of the session and start the program, may I request Shri Rajiv Agrawal, sir, to please welcome, sir, and let us start the program.
थैंक यू वेरी मच आदित्य जी, आपने पहले सारा इंट्रोडक्शन दे दिया, तो मैं थोड़ी सी दो बातें और कह देता हूँ कि नॉर्मली हम किसी वक्ता का परिचय देते हैं ताकि उसका सम्मान बढ़े। आज के वक्ता का परिचय देके मेरा सम्मान बढ़ रहा है, तो थैंक यू वेरी मच कुणाल फॉर कमिंग हियर। राल्फ वाल्डो एमर्सन एक बात कही थी साहब, व्हाट लाइज बिहाइंड यू एंड व्हाट लाइज इन फ्रंट यू पेल्स इन नथिंग कंपैरिजन टू व्हाट लाइज इनसाइड यू। If one man who really characterized this thing, it is Kunal. In darkest moment, he can focus on light. So he's such a wonderful man. एक दृश्य मुझे याद आता है, आज से कई साल पहले एक पीछे मेरी फैक्ट्री के पीछे एक छोटी सी फैक्ट्री थी, मैं वहां गया तो वह एक जवान लड़का अपनी फियांसी के साथ केमिकल्स की भरी स्मेल में काम कर रहा था। वो आज उसकी फियांसी उसकी वाइफ है, और मैं बड़ा हैरान हुआ और थोड़ी सी बातचीत हुई तो कुछ ऐसा लगा नहीं कि कुछ होने वाला है। मुझे पता नहीं था कि एक बहुत बड़ा तूफान यहाँ छुपा हुआ है, और दृश्य बदला, कोरोना काल आया, सबके काम बंद हो गए, टर्नओवर्स घट गई, चिंता में थे कि व्यापार कैसे चलेंगे, काम कैसे चलेंगे, और फिर एक आदमी ने बड़ी लगन से, बड़े जी जान से, अभी आपने कहा कि 100 करोड़ से ऊपर की टर्नओवर अचीव कर ली, तो बहुत बेहतरीन। और एक बड़ी खासियत कि सबको साथ लेने की चलने की क्षमता, एक बड़ा विजन, एक बड़ा सपना देखना और सपने के लायक बनना। मैंने एक दिन पूछा, मैंने कहा यार कैसा लगता है 100 करोड़ से ऊपर होके? कहता सर उस लायक बनना पड़ता है पहले, तो ये लगता है कि एम आई वर्थ इट। सो कुणाल को आज सुनना, शायद इससे बेहतरीन, इससे सही आदमी आज हमें मिल नहीं सकता था। इट इज ए प्रिविलेज फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस। और 4 लाइनें कह के इस बात को विराम देता हूँ और ओवर टू कुणाल करता हूँ कि काश मेरे हाथ में होता, काश मेरे हाथ में होता, आसमान देने को मन करता है, सर झुक झुक जाता है, इतना मान देने को मन करता है। कुणाल ने बंजर जमीन में चंदन उगा दिए, हेलो, कुणाल ने बंजर जमीन में चंदन उगा दिए, इसकी मेहनत पर दिलो जान देने को मन करता है। So thank you very much to Kunal Gyani for his wonderful.
Very nice.
Thank you very much. Looking forward.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you, Rajiv sir. I am speechless beyond words and deeply humbled for this wonderful, amazing introduction. और आपने मेरा आज का काम और थोड़ा सा मुश्किल ही कर दिया है मुझे. You just got me emotional all together, and thank you. And it is absolutely a privilege to have someone like you who has seen through the journey right from that day till today. And you've been there, not only been there, you've been an integral part of that journey, and we've held hands together and crossed this many paths together, and that makes it even more beautiful. So end is never more important. It is, I always believe that it is a journey that is the most beautiful part, and we've had an amazing journey together. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Aditya, for a wonderful introduction. Good evening to one and all. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's an honor to be here. And thank you, Chipper Saab and Dr. Mahesh Shukla, for giving me this opportunity. And this BMA Leaders Speak series, I'm a big fan because it's a fantastic thing that we are doing. It is an excellent thing that we're doing for our community. and however we can reach, this will bring about positive changes whenever whoever listens to it. So I chose this when I was asked to speak on this. Definitely, we are amidst a pandemic, and it's very important for us to understand and learn what we have learned from our pandemic. Everybody has its own learnings. I've had my share of learning through this pandemic, which I would like to share with you all today. Our business in 2020 grew by 345% year on year. This was amidst the lockdown. This was amidst everything that could go wrong went wrong, but we kept on growing. And today I would like to take this opportunity to explain it to you. How did I did it? What factors helped me, and what thought processes also helped me to align my paths in this growth that we achieved. Now, starting, I have some 7 points what I believe in. So when, as a first generation entrepreneur, you start your business with no money, no connections, whether you are in a manufacturing industry or a service industry, every day is a pandemic for you. So it's you have your suppliers to pay, you have your debtors to collect, you have your banks to give your EMI, you have your departments to get permission from, and you are firefighting every single minute. It's only very recently that we entrepreneurs have learned that this is known as a pandemic. So we've been going through this for day in and day out. So it's generally how you look at it. So when no wonder Corona was a very, very sad episode that we've had, all of us. We've lost lives, we've lost our loved ones, we have seen them suffer. We have seen people very close, their businesses shutting down overnight. Companies have faced bankruptcies, stock markets have collapsed, and countries have spent billions to bail out each and every one. People have been directly and indirectly impacted by this pandemic and this virus. However, not talking much on the dark side, I would like to bring our attention on the bright side and the opportunities that this has thrown open to all of us. To start with, we have more time. We would all agree that today we have more time. The most important thing I feel that everyone should follow the minute he gets up in the morning is sequencing. I'm a big believer of sequencing. The minute you get up in the morning, everybody has a sequence. You brush your teeth. Somebody gets up, has a cup of tea, gets a newspaper in his hand. That's his sequencing. Sequencing was completely disrupted because more than the newspaper, we had our brooms in the hand during the lockdown. And for me, it was sweeping three floors. However, I learned that this is a time wherein sequencing is very, very important because you have more time. You can spend that time judiciously. Technology helped. Platforms like Zoom helped. We can connect at levels where it is absolutely unimaginable. Nobody is more than a click away today, and virtually is available. Travel, you have saved time on travel. So what do you do with this time? This time helps you to reflect and reconsider. You rethink your habits and your routines, and you make wherever necessary changes. For me, it taught me one very important factor which really helped me to accelerate my business. What if today was my last day? You never know. And this very thought was so powerful on all grounds. What if today was my last day? What would I have done better? Would I reach out to my loved ones one more time? Would I rethink on my business strategy one more time? Would I want to pile up on the relentless growth that I am in my businesses at the cost of not spending enough time with my families or friends? What if today was my last day? So then I decided to have plan my week and divided it into 5 equal parts, wherein I gave time to my health, I gave time to my family, I gave time to my business, I gave time to spirituality as well. And all these came together and helped. It helped me to be more calmer inside, and that calm in effect had a big role to play in taking tough decisions, in taking dynamic decisions, because you had everything sorted out with yourself. Now just understand this. We discuss about businesses, but our families even play an important role. Our friends play an important role. They are our sheet anchor. And we realize in these times of pandemic, how important it is to maintain a balance. It is like a gardener in a garden. You put water in all the flowers, but you don't put water in the garden. The garden will go away. It'll die. You water the garden, you don't water the plants would go away, they'll die. So you have balance is the key here. You have to address all parts of your organization. Now coming specifically to businesses and how I could turn it around. For me, in my business, whether anybody is in manufacturing or service industry, for me, cash is the king. When I say cash is the king, what I mean is your cash profits are more important than your net profit, as per me. Because ultimately, money in the bank helps you to stay afloat and ward off any crisis that has to offer. And this I learned when I myself went through a bankruptcy in 2000, as recently as 2017. When I went through that process, that was very painful. Bankruptcy is almost like surviving a plane crash. Now, when you go through that process, you understand the burden of debt. You understand the advantages of having cash in your bank. You understand maintaining positive cash flows. And not even for our businesses, it equally holds valid and true for our personal lives as well. So then I changed the strategy all around. I changed my business strategy all around. I started focusing on newer customers. I started going out, reaching out to better companies that I never intended to reach out to or never had that confidence to reach out to. For example, Sleepwell, Kurlon, Wakefit, Century in my space, and they're all our clients today and good friends as well. So during that time, before that time, I used to go and sell my product to dealers, distributors. कभी पैसे आते थे, कभी नहीं आते थे, कभी शादियां आ जाती थी, कभी देवतास हो जाते थे, कभी कोई छुट्टी पे चले जाता था तो चेक साइन नहीं हो पाता था, and all those stories I used to come back home. But at the time when you have to pay to your bank, you have to. When you have to pay your creditors, you have to. Your reputation is at stake here. So then I realized that I need to realign my strategies, realign my customers, and that is what I did. I reached out to these big companies, but when I did not have the self-confidence. You know why? Because I asked myself this very simple question: what is the value that I'm bringing on the table for these companies to even have a look at me? Then I started focusing on the values. So during this pandemic, when I say we have enough time to reflect and reconsider, I would today, all the 20 people present here, I would request them to have a reflection. What is the value that you're bringing on the table? Whether you are in a service industry, whether you are manufacturing a product, whether you are a professor in a college, whatever professional interactions you have to have a certain value, and that ultimately it is the value that gets paid for. So somebody told me that doing business in India is like stepping onto a platform, a railway platform. You have a AC first compartment, you have a general compartment as well. Getting into the general compartment is very easy, but वहाँ के धक्के भी वैसे ही. However, getting into the AC first, you need to pay a good sum of money. But then once you're there, it's very comfortable. You realign yourself and then you grow further. So I went and realigned the core strategies, focused more on cash profits. I focused more on people and customers who were paying me on time. And when this pandemic struck us, you would not believe that, yes, we had enough cash. Nobody in our organization went without a pay. Nobody in our organization went without a pay cut. We paid on time. No creditor of ours could say that, yes, there is a problem, we need money. We paid on time. And when the businesses were low, as entrepreneurs, I developed an alternate strategy. I started investing in stock markets. There was a huge crash that happened on 22nd March. The markets went down to as low as 26,000. Beautiful companies at amazing valuation. You could not go wrong with those companies. And when I did that, I made enough money to ensure that all my people in the organization get paid on time. I made killer money in that. And That's something that needs to be told. Why am I saying all this? Is not because of the money I made on the stock market. It's because of the fact that there was an alternative route that I took, because ultimately at the back of my head, I knew that I need to make cash somewhere. I don't need to sit on my cash. It has to be invested. Pradeep ji is an excellent, is with us today, and he knows it no better than anybody else, that what is the power of investing and compounding. That's what we did. And that helped me to ward off and pay off the bills in one of the utmost crisis period during the 3 to 4 months that we had. After that, then once these 3 to 4 months were there, we decided to increase the pipeline. What I mean by increasing the pipeline is, you have one customer today, that should not suffice. You reach out to more customers. We decided to fill up our pipeline. We started speaking with any and every customer that could be there. Good manufacturing companies pitched our product. People had time. People could give us a patient hearing, and that helped us to get them on board, explain our values, explain the benefits that our product offered, and that even helped us to get more and more business. Thirdly, we had this relentless unsatisfaction about ourselves. So when we got Sleepwell on board, this pandemic, they said that we convinced them. Every big company faced a big problem. They could not find laborers. They had orders. Even during the worst of lockdowns, they had orders, but they could not find laborers to produce. Laborers in Gujarat were available for as high as 1,500 rupees per day, and the companies paid them for 8 hours. So we decided to mention this opportunity, tell them that why don't you outsource your manufacturing to us, non-core manufacturing activities for us. And that is how we got convinced, get them convinced to have a large chunk of their business. And today I'm proud to say that I manufacture rebonded foam, which is a raw material for all the mattress manufacturers. Sleepwell has completely stopped manufacturing rebonded foam at its 14 manufacturing units. Completely stopped. And it is only us that they have reached out to, and we're the only players that are doing it for them. But 3 months down the line, 4 factories, but still we were not satisfied. We wanted to grow further. This was not good for us. We started reaching out to Kurlon. Everybody said in my organization, what is the need? We are very comfortable. Look at us today in this pandemic. You have been able to convince Sleepwell to outsource your entire manufacturing to you. Why do you need to now chase Kurlon? I said we have to, because there should be an hedge. The pipeline, like I said, should always be full. Because once you have that full, you are the ones who is always on tops of negotiations. You are the one who is always, you can command your rates, you can command your payment terms better, which ultimately helps you to generate more cash for your business. We reached out to Kurlon, and we've been doing that for the last 2 years with them. But then this was the pandemic and the opportunity that came to us. And Kurlon also was one of our customers. Then there was a problem. Ke hamare paas capacities hi nahi hai itna dene ke liye. We built capacities. Rajiv sir knows that we've had one of the very crucial times. We have taken dynamic decisions. We have taken decisions on leap of faith and enhanced capacities, even when it was absolutely impossible, and we were going through our worst adversities when the fire struck out at Ananya package. Today, what happened? That move paid off. Sleepwell, after Diwali, their demand went down. It's a natural process in our industry. It's a traditional off season, but for us, a new customer Kurlon was there with a purchase order in its hand. So was Century. So these two big companies were there, and for us it was Diwali all long, and we had no shortage of orders. We had no shortages of fund flows, and all that we were doing was focusing on developing more products. And we have not stopped there. In fact, I'm in Hyderabad. Right now kickstarting the production here. And tomorrow I'm moving on to Bangalore to meet owners of Wakefit and pitch them our products. So that's what I mean. You should have a relentless desire to not stop even when the things are going good for you. because what you do now determines how things end up few years or months down the line. What I've seen most businesses is they get complacent. And today, in an overheated economy, complacency has no place. We cannot afford complacency. There's so much of competition. The economy is so overheated. Everybody, we can get knocked down the minute we. It's like driving a car at 140 kilometers per hour. Nazar hati, durghatna ghati. So you have to be on your toes. You have to be very alert, and you have to find newer and better ways of making this. So that was the speed and innovation at which we grew. Thanks to this pandemic, we could seize this opportunity and convince companies to stop focusing on non-core activities and outsource it to us. That is what we've done. The next in the series is getting them to stop manufacturing mattresses and let us do it for them. So this is where it is all starting, and that in itself is a huge business pan India. So this is where we came from, because when I started, money was very difficult to come by. There were dealers and distributors that I was meeting with who could not pay me on time. From there to here, the only thing that I learned and did different was kept on adding newer and better values to myself, to my products, to my team, and to the organization as a whole. Another thing, what this pandemic also made me realize, that today we are living in a world of collaborations. If I bring certain values on the table and Rajiv sir, for example, brings his own, we collaborate together, and ek aur ek 11 hote hain yahan pe, and we make wonders. We did wonders. We have done that in the past. We're doing it now, and we'll do it even better with times to come. But it's time for collaboration. Collaboration is the key here. You play on each other's strength. You piggyback on the other person's strength, and let him piggyback on yours. So that's how we're done. There's no place for any egos. There's no place for any haughty behavior. Yes, if you have done well in your sphere of life, that's fine, but that does not guarantee you success going forward. If you want to grow, that's something which collaboration has really worked for us, and we've found synergies amongst good companies, and in a way both have benefited. So just for a quick recap, cash is king. We all have more time to reflect and reconsider our decisions. Speed and innovation is the key. You have that time. You can do that. Take those decisions at double next speed. And the best part, and something which is at the core of our BMA and IMA as well, is that we connect and we are helping our communities. BMA Leaders Speak is a step in that direction, where we are helping the communities that we are in through our own experiences. And I'm really privileged that I've been given this opportunity to share with this distinguished presence here with my journey. And this is what has worked for me. I have been able to grow this business at a phenomenal year-on-year growth, and that too when I'm not manufacturing vaccines. So it's possible, it is doable, and we can all do it. And I believe we just need to little tweak and do a little tweaks here and there, and we are all fine. Pandemic, the 3 months lockdown for me on a personal level was one of the most magical moments that I've had. I'm blessed with 2 daughters, and I started singing, which I left a long time back. I used to sing while my wife was doing the dishes. So this was my job. Getting the brooming and everything done helped me to keep in shape. I taught my younger daughter badminton as well, played badminton, and reached out to many people, old friends, and I believe many of us has done that. It has also taught us the importance of keeping ourselves healthy. It's one of the most primary things that we should do. And going forward, when this pandemic is over, vaccine is around the corner. I strongly feel that I would maintain a balance of spending time to my business, giving time to the family, giving time to my close friends. And it is, at the end of the day, it is all about connection. And here Rajiv ji, Pradeep ji, they are master connectors. And more and more you connect with people out there, communicate with them out there, the better relationships you have, the better you are placed in the society to help others. And that's the basic DNA for BMA and IMA as well. And that is what we're doing here today. So thank you, everyone. It was wonderful sharing my experiences. Thank you, Aditya. Over to you now.
Thank you, Kunal. It was wonderful session. And the way you explained your personal business growth, the things that you have done, the balance that you have maintained, the 5 parts, how you divided your day, your business mantras, the cash is the king, focus on values, speed and innovation, and take decisions. So I am sure that was a wonderful session. I think our all the attendees would be benefited by this. I'm sure there must be many questions. There must be many things which you all would like to ask Mr. Kunal. So the floor is open now, and you may ask your question.
हाँ सर, वंडरफुल प्रेजेंटेशन. मैंने बहुत सारी चीजें नोट की हैं सर. ये वैल्यू एडिशंस, हाउ यू डिस्क्राइब वैल्यू एडिशंस, बिकॉज मेरे को भी बहुत सारी इसमें मदद मिलेगी. आई हैव नोटेड मेनी थिंग, कैश इज किंग, speed and innovation, collaboration, connect. So what is the value addition you say? What value addition you did, sir? जैसे आप हम जिसको USP कहते हैं ना, या UBP कह लें, unique buying proposition, why people should buy from us. So what is that value proposition?
So sir, when I started my business, I used to, like Aditya mentioned at the beginning, I started my business manufacturing polyurethane foams, PU foam. So to understand PU foam better, so our furniture, our cushions, our sofas has PU foam. So after doing that for 5 years, I realized that there is little scope for growth in that for two primary reasons. That there wasn't enough value. Now, what I mean by enough value, everybody was making PU foam, so it was not a very distinct technology. Then we focused on a very innovative new product called rebonded foam, but there was a challenge. It needed there were some import restrictions. You cannot bring down scrap here. We went to the ministries, we worked with them, we understood the gaps, and we could get our import license to get in scrap in this country. And I'm proud to also say that we are the only company in India to have that kind of a privilege to us, that yes, we are the only ones. So once we did that, the second part was focusing on it, shutting my existing business and focusing all my energies on rebonded foam, because that is where the future lies. So when I went to these companies like Sleepwell, Kurlon, Century, etc., and gave them my side of the story, I was bringing in a value, because for them rebonded foam was in high demand, but in short supply. So here was a vendor who had tremendous value to him, whereby he could supply them unlimited quantities of rebonded foam, and they immediately noticed us, and that was the value addition that we did there. So this was from the product side. Value addition from the company side is better systems. So as we were growing, we realized that our existing sales force, our people within the organization need upskilling. If the way they talk to a dealer, and if they talk to a vice president of a Sleepwell or a Kurlon, will not work. They need upskilling. So we started upskilling them and adding value to their communications. So that was on the professional front. On the personal front, I am a very firm believer of the fact that you cannot reach the destination, your dreams, unless and until you become the person who can. So for example, you have to add certain value to it, to your own self. What I mean by that is, you need to take losses. You need to learn to take losses in your stride.
Kunal sir, sorry to interrupt. I think there is some disturbance from your internet and some instability.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Yeah, perfect.
Go ahead.
Great. So that was the value that I added on the personal side, that I started training my mind to manage people, to manage the large organization that we have today. And there were so many issues that needed patient hearing. I developed that quality in me, which was probably not in the Kunal 3 to 4 years back. So that was also one value addition on a personal side. So to come back to the question that Pradeep said, it's just as if in an investment world we chase value. I'm a firm believer of value investing. We identify good companies with rock solid foundations and who have high growth prospects. with good balance sheet, light balance sheets, and that is the value that we look for in those balance sheets, in those investment world. And for example, and if an advisor like Pradeep ji has to add value, I feel in my mind that he can reach out to more high net worth individuals with HNIs, with this value proposition of those good companies, and get the business kick-started on a whole new level. And I believe that he's doing it already and better than anybody out there in Bhopal. So
no, it's a learning, because I am also doing the same, creating that 250 bigger companies where we can reach and approach them. We'll learn from you, sir. Definitely come back.
Thank you. Fantastic. There is another thing that I witnessed he has been doing, and I learned from him. Oh, he was like a younger brother or son, but then he has become a guru over a period of time, mentor kind of thing. In one of the sessions, he said, "Sir, आपको पता बहुत है, लेकिन implementation में थोड़ा मामला गड़बड़ है." And that was the thing that woke me up, and I saw that he does it. So we all know, the lesson here is, we all know many things, but are we able to implement them? That is the key question. And that is where it decides, I mean, where you stay in this society or in life or in business. So thank you very much, Kunal. That was a wonderful thing. Probably you did not mention. I thought I should mention it.
absolutely,
Knowing it and doing it, that is the key.
absolutely. You hit the nail on the head, sir. Execution is the key here, because we are exposed to so much of communication in the social media, so much of motivational quotes, motivational posts. We all post it in the morning through our WhatsApps. But the best part is that people who win at the end of the day are the ones who go through the grind and get it executed on the ground. So having dreams and realities. So vision is your dream, when you turn it into a reality, and turning it into reality requires execution. So it needs work. It needs consistent work.
So what is the next stop for Kunal?
Wonderful,
What
sir.
keeps
Wonderful.
him going? What keeps him going?
But this I learned, sir, in my experience also, sir, just to add on, that cash is the king. Ultimately, liquidity is the king.
Money is the king.
Correct.
Liquidity, sir. मतलब आपके पास आती रहे और रोटेशन चलता रहे, वही बिजनेस में फिर जिंदा रखे.
एक जापानीज फिलोसोफर था, मैन्युफैक्चरर था, सॉरी, उसने एक चीज कहा था कि हमारी अब मैं सिंस आई एम इनटू मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, सो आई हैव दिस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एग्जांपल्स. उसने कहा था कि कैश इज लाइक ब्लड इन अ सिस्टम, और हमारे सिस्टम में बहुत ब्लड क्लॉट्स होते हैं.
बहुत.
कुछ ब्लड क्लॉट्स 2 टांगों पे भी चलते हैं. और ब्लड क्लॉट्स अगर ज्यादा बढ़ गए तो हार्ट अटैक आना तय है. So in order to have not to have that heart attack and die, you need to get rid of those blood clots. And imagine cash as a king. It has to flow continuously. You cannot stop it. The more it flows, the conveniently it flows, the healthier you or your companies are.
Thank you, Kunal. Any other question? Any other specific question now, as Rajiv sir had termed Kunal as the guru, the business guru. So any other question, even from any other sector, any other businesses which you want to discuss?
द्विवेदी जी को पूछने दीजिए.
मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, I am asking about the COVID. नॉर्मली कुणाल, ऐसा हुआ है कि कोविड के टाइम में डिमांड कम हो गई मार्केट में, स्टिल इट इज कम. आज भी मैंने कंज्यूमर में डिमांड बढ़ाने के लिए प्रयास कर रहे हैं. गवर्नमेंट इज आल्सो ट्राइंग. बजट वगैरह में भी प्रयास किया जा रहा है कि हाउ टू डिमांड कैसे मार्केट में बढ़े. तो ये कोविड के टाइम में तो आपका भी प्रोडक्ट है, एक्सेप्ट दिस फार्मास्यूटिकल, IT एंड 2-3 अदर इंडस्ट्रीज के अलावा बाकी जितने इंडस्ट्री सेक्टर थे सबकी डिमांड कम हुई. So I think you also must have suffered with this demand recession, and अब थोड़ा पिकअप किया है, तो have you suffered, और क्या इसका क्या इम्पैक्ट रहा आपके ऊपर?
Sir, if I tell you the situation on ground right now, demand इतनी ज्यादा है, supply नहीं हो रही है. The global supply chain is in a disarray in terms of shipping lines. Raw materials नहीं आ रहे हैं. Nobody expected the economy to bounce back the way it has done, and there is phenomenal demand of any product. All industries are running 24/7. We have a factory in Silvassa now as well. And when I travel to Gujarat, I have friends there who have industries in Gujarat, who have big textile mills as well. Demand has, they have done business in the last 6 months that they could not do over the last 1 year. And yes, we also had this problem of demand in the initial months of the lockdown, the first 2 to 3 months where we were all sitting at home. Yes, businesses were shut. But जैसा मैंने कहा आपसे, that made us realize the importance of keeping the pipeline full. So what I mean by that is कि जितना ज्यादा आपके पास क्लाइंटेल होगा, जितना ज्यादा कस्टमर आपके पास होगा, अगर एक का डिमांड कम होगा तो दूसरे से आएगा, दूसरे से कम होगा तीसरे से आएगा, तो आपकी गाड़ी हमेशा चलती रहेगी और आपका जो एक फ्लो है वो बना रहेगा. क्योंकि फॉर अस इन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हमारे पास we should have orders at all time. We cannot stop because the standing costs of the factories are so high. So selling is the key here. And for any industry, be it a service or a manufacturing industry, you have to sell, you have to focus on sales. Sales is the key. And not even selling, but getting your money back in time as well. That is equally important. So we did not luckily face any demand issues. In fact, on the contrary, we had supply issues. हम दे नहीं पा रहे थे माल जितना हमारे पास demand था. And we have had, me, Rajiv sir, we have had sleepless nights over it as well.
No, is it domestic demand or export demand? What you are talking?
Both.
It is domestic.
Both, sir. Both have revived. And there has been a lot of cash in the system because of the bailout packages by different governments across the world. बहुत सारा पैसा सिस्टम में आया है thanks to the bailout. हमारे इंडियन गवर्नमेंट में there were many loans, many soft loans that were given by the banks, जिस वजह से हमारे पास, अगर मैं current situation की बात करूं, तो businesses small or big have a lot of liquidity with them, which they are deploying it in the market. Money is flowing, and there was pent up demand also. तो जो बहुत सारे लोग malls पे नहीं जा पा रहे थे 3 से 4 महीनों में, outside shopping नहीं जा पा रहे थे, there was a lot of pent up demand. And they all have now started either shopping online or wherever, but people are buying. Let me tell you.
Good. तो मैं फिर आपके लिए तो यही कह सकता हूँ कि हार हो जाती है जब मान लिया जाता है और जीत हो जाती है जब ठान लिया जाता है. Very good, very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Kunal, I have a question.
Yes, hi Bhavna.
Hi. Well, very nice session. So congratulations. A lot of takeaways. My question to you is, how you said that when you were moving on to different customers or different clients, how your company was a little reluctant. Pipeline to full hai, why do you want to move there and take more risk? How did you motivate your staff or people working for you or under you?
I showed them the vision. That's my job as the head of my organization, that I have to have a vision. And then the job doesn't stop there. It's important for me to explain that vision down the line to my employees and to my colleagues as well. And once they see through my vision, then they get to understand the importance of it, assimilate it better. And like I said, you have to sell all the time. So you sell not only to your customers, but you even sell to your employees, you sell to your kids, you sell to your wife or husbands, whatever that case might be. So selling is the key here. So I had to sell them my vision, and they believed in the vision. And once they believed in the vision, I had this added responsibility to ensure that I deliver, and we deliver. We as a team came together and we all delivered.
Okay. And is this, supply not being, you said that the demand is there, but you're not able to fulfill the supply immediately or whatever. Is that hurting you anywhere?
Yes, definitely, because that is hurting the top line as well as the bottom line, because we're not able to. We would have definitely loved to have executed all the orders, because it would have increased the top line as well as the bottom line. But even again, I had to sell this to my customers as well, that these are tough times. They also understand that the global supply chain is in a disarray. The containers, for example, जो हम लोग $600 में container import कराते थे from a place like Europe, today the same freight of that container has gone up to $4,000.
Oh my God.
So just imagine, this is the kind of, and we're not able to pass on the rate hikes to our customers. और $4,000 देने के बाद भी स्पेस कंफर्म करने के बाद भी वेसल्स नहीं मिलते.
Oh my
Because,
God,
because
that's
and
a
that is the
challenge.
supply chain today, because all 50% of the global supply chain is now diverted towards COVID supplies, COVID related, healthcare related stuff. That is, governments across the world are giving them priorities. और जब ये vaccine का movement चालू होगा, things will only get worse from here. So availability was a big problem. Again, so we had to course correction, we had to find alternatives, and that is what we did and kept ourselves going.
कुणाल यार, मैं आपसे एक बात पूछना चाहूंगा.
जी सर.
देखो यार, आपका जो प्रोडक्ट है, दिस इज कंज्यूमर प्रोडक्ट, पीपल बाय इट मासिवली, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड हॉस्पिटल्स और ये सब इनके बेड्स वगैरह सब बढ़े और वहां पे उसकी भी नीड्स हुई मैट्रेसेस की. दिस हैज हेल्प्ड. लेकिन सिचुएशन जो है इंजीनियरिंग इंडस्ट्री में, who make equipments, plants and all those things, उनके आगे वाकई अभी भी दिक्कत है. Food, pharmaceutical and your type of product which are massively consumed, okay fine, for them orders की कमी नहीं रही होगी. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम इस टाइम उनके आगे आ रही है, जैसे इंजीनियरिंग इंडस्ट्रीज और ये सब. आपके बारे में उसके उन लोगों के बारे में क्या आप एडवाइस देंगे कि उनको किस तरह से इसमें आगे बढ़े?
सर, अगर मेरी एक इंजीनियरिंग मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट होती तो मैं ये आइडेंटिफाई करता. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ आई एम मेकिंग फास्टनर्स, इफ आई एम मेकिंग a special engineering product, I would then redirect my customer base. For example, अगर गोविंदपुरा में मेरी एक यूनिट है, मैं BHEL को सप्लाई कर रहा हूँ एंड BHEL से मुझे ऑर्डर्स नहीं मिल रहे, लाइक जो प्रदीप जी ने सवाल पूछा था वैल्यू एडिशन का, I will immediately do a course correction. I will reach out to the sectors which are doing well. For example, pharma company. Pharma companies are expanding. They need engineering also. I would then see and understand what kind of engineering do they require. Similarly, I would reach out to textile mills which are doing phenomenally well at the moment. I would reach out to all those sectors. Steel industries is doing fantastically well. Paper industry is doing very well. I would then realign my strategies. I would realign my products and add enough value in it कि जो उनको समझ में आए, और जाके मैं उनके, अब वो वैल्यू प्राइस हो सकती है, वो वैल्यू बेटर क्वालिटी हो सकती है, तो मैं जाके उनसे रीच आउट करूंगा, अपना कस्टमर बेस चेंज करूंगा. मैं एग्जिस्टिंग, लाइक जैसा इस कोविड ने हमको एक चीज सिखाई है सर, इट हैज कंप्लीटली चेंज द वे वी डू आवर बिजनेसेस. वी हैव टू थिंक आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स. हमें अपने कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा अगर हमें ग्रोथ चाहिए तो. We have to reach out to newer customer base. We have to make newer products. हम लोग हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में सबसे ज्यादा अहमियत और इम्पोर्टेंस देते हैं रिसर्च को. हम लोग सब ब्रेनस्टॉर्म करते रहते हैं नए प्रोडक्ट्स पर, एंड वी हैव लिटरली, आई एम प्राउड टू से दैट वी हैव डेवलप्ड 5 to 6 प्रोडक्ट्स व्हिच वर नेवर इवन देयर इन इंडिया, एंड नोबडी इवन थॉट पॉसिबल कि वो इंडिया में भी ऐसे प्रोडक्ट्स बन सकते हैं. तो ये सब चीजें हुई हैं कांस्टेंट इनोवेशन से, और मेरे ख्याल इनोवेशन इज द की हियर. अगर मैं इंजीनियरिंग में होता तो मैं इनोवेट करता, अपने प्रोडक्ट को उन इंडस्ट्रीज से अलाइन करता है जो कि आज की तारीख में बहुत अच्छा कर रही है, बिकॉज डिमांड इज देयर, मनी इज फ्लोइंग. अब वो आपके पास आए नहीं आए तो उसके लिए आपको वैल्यू ऐड करनी पड़ेगी अकॉर्डिंगली.
ग्रेट यार, थैंक यू वेरी मच. ग्रेट रिप्लाई.
थैंक यू.
Wonderful, very well explained, very well explained.
कुणाल सर, आप पूरा लीडरशिप का एग्जांपल हो.
नहीं,
The way you we need to think on it and we need to change, if required we need to change the product. It does not just only for the foam business or any other, it is equivalent to engineering business or any other business for that matter.
correct.
So,
Innovation is the key here.
True.
Yeah.
So that was the food for thought for everyone present here. All right, so any other question? All right. So thank you, Kunal sir, for taking all the effort to take this session to answer all these questions. Now I would like to hand over the stage and for further proceedings to our Honorable Secretary, Shri N.K. Chibbar sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. As we come to the end of this session, it was a wonderful, informative and interactive session. Thank you, Kunal ji. Now, For formal closing, I would like to request Pradeep Karambelkar ji for closing remarks and vote
थैंक
of
यू सर,
thanks.
थैंक यू चिब्बर सर. एंड इससे अच्छा अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिल सकती कि राजीव सर ने शुरुआत की और मुझे थैंक यू बोलने का मौका मिल रहा है, और वो भी कुणाल भाई को. थैंक यू कुणाल भाई, थैंक यू वेरी मच कुणाल सर. एंड इट वाज रियली, और केवल मैं आपके लिए आया, जबकि आज सुबह मुझे लगा था, पर मैंने कहा नहीं भाई कहीं जाना है, पर कुणाल जी को अगर नहीं सुन पाए तो नोट्स बनाने के रह जाएंगे. सो थैंक यू फॉर दैट, इट्स अ ग्रेट लर्निंग. आई नोटेड डाउन एवरीथिंग, और राजीव सर नोट करेंगे कि कई भाषणों में उसको यूज करूंगा. सो थैंक यू फॉर दैट इनपुट, एंड आल्सो टू लर्न कि हम कैसे बेहतर बिजनेस करें and how to come out with the tough times. Thanks for great sharing, and I think everybody of us can connect to Kunal and can learn how in tough times we should move with our leadership and thought processes. Thank you very much, and on behalf of BMA, I really thanks to you and all the participants who are here and enjoyed this thoughtful speech of Mr. Kunal. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much on behalf of BMA.
Thank you, Pradeep ji. Thank you everybody for this wonderful opportunity. I would just like to end by just saying that tough times don't last, tough people do.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Very well.
Yes.
Very well said.
राजीव सर, आपके
One-
साथ हम लोग सब सीख रहे हैं भाषण देना.
जी जी जी, मैं आप लोगों से, ये म्यूचुअल लर्निंग हो गई, म्यूचुअल फैन क्लब खोल लिया है हमने.
नहीं
ये
नहीं,
बढ़िया
मैं तो
काम कर लिया.
सर कोई